Your board certified fantasy football guru. This is Brothers Talk Cold, baby. Brothers
Is
Talk
it?
Cold.
Oh, it's cold there, apparently.
You think? I think at last check, let me
Hey,
check
it's
right
cold.
now.
Is it
At
cold?
last check. I need want to take my gloves off, B.
See,
At
you're
last check,
acting.
it is actually. Yeah, I feel you, B. I feel you. It's minus 30 degrees in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Well, but when you pay your bill for heat and hydro and stuff, it usually keeps things nice in the. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about paying bills. Speaking
Sky
of
high,
paying,
B. Sky high.
speaking of paying bills,
What's going on, sir?
well, nice to see you. It's been
It's been a minute. I'm a little frosty on top. It's I was a bit under the weather. I got tested again. Luckily, I beat the big C again, but it is cold season. Everybody's going down right now, my friend.
Oh, I thought you were getting tested for the HIV because the.
Wow, really? Really?
Well, no, because I mean the Cowboys, they like to.
You mean the team that retired Tom Brady?
Hey, and so if we're the team that retired you, then
what are you clapping for? You got retired by Philly. There's claps all the way around here, B.
Hey, we didn't get retired by Philly, okay?
Listen, okay, lots to talk about. Let's start off with this one. I have a question for you. Is the NFL fixed?
We've been talking about this for years.
Seems to be going around more than
I mean, again, it's not like it's fixed. Like certain things.
Hold on, go back a bit. Not like it's fixed, but
certain things take care of themselves. You don't have to force Mike McCarthy to make bad decisions. It just happens naturally.
Again, I don't know how it comes down to the Cowboys, but
because it's so easy. Look at your little poncho in the back and your helmet. I see. Put your helmet on. Put your helmet on. Come on. I know you want to.
I don't need my helmet on, B. I don't need my helmet on.
Just put it on.
No.
I know you want to. That's why is it there? Why else would it be there?
For the fans of football.
Okay, well, getting back on topic, there's always been rumors that things have been scripted and set up a certain way, but I mean, like.
But that Adrian Foster interview, you have to admit, was kind of.
It's not just him. A lot of guys have come out of the woodwork after the fact and said like, that there are directives, there are messages from up on high. Like Roger Goodell he's got the bat phone to the sideline sometimes.
I think the major one that I heard that could be a voice of contention is the Super Bowl is being played in State Farm Stadium, and who's the sponsor of State Farm in the NFL? One Patrick Mahomes, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff. I mean, there was one about like first time.
Shout out to Shamba. What's up, Jason?
2 black quarterbacks. I want to go on record as saying factually, this is not 2 black quarterbacks.
What are you going to start your 1.5? Is that how you're going to do this? No, nobody calls him
as
half
a
an
card-carrying member of the Black and White Club.
Nobody calls him half
the
an
greatest
So
gambling
relax.
game in the history of football. You have to agree. Black and White is a fantastic gambling game. What is Patrick Mahomes?
He's a nig.
No, he's not. That's racial.
I didn't finish it. I didn't give you the GER.
Maybe Tony Romo can finish that for you.
Tony. That was a reach.
That's my guy. We golf together. It's my guy.
That was a reach, but that was really funny. But I don't think it was anywhere close to an N-word or an N-word slip. But that was a reach.
Okay, but the N was there though.
Yeah, but why? Like I've been trying to find
any other N-word. Finish that sentence with any other N-word. I challenge you to do it. I challenge you to make it make grammatical sense, even just logical sense. There's only one. There's only one adjective that you put in there. I discussed this with Ryan Weeks. I talked with a couple other people in my life who have intimate knowledge of that word. And okay, honestly, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. I was going through it all week to try and replace the N with the word, and I couldn't find a word to replace it with. But I can't see that kind of slip. Like Even if I don't think his mind thinks that way. So
I don't think so either. But
like it's all his mind, right?
The optics weren't very good.
They were not good, and they were not a compelling argument for him to not say that. Like it was scary for a second.
Some of the best clips after the fact were like black people watching the game and their reactions to it. That shit was like, I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't. It was.
There was a lot of funny next level stuff going on this week. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Are we gonna give a shout out to our brother that got beat by the police, even though they're Negroes too, and wish him well?
That story's wild.
Yeah. Well, I hope one thing got done from it. It won't, but you would hope it set a precedent for how speedy these things could be. But and knock on wood, we don't want to say the next time. But we'll see what happens if another white policeman does that to another brother, how long the process takes. Because they got this one done quicker than Philly got rid of San Francisco last week. I mean, it was...
Yeah, was it good? Unbelievable, this guy.
Can you make that sound again?
No. Sorry. Okay, there's a lot to unpack because usually we do this show a couple times a week. You kind of went on the run for a little bit there. I heard
I was under the weather, sir.
No. Let's back it up to when you were at the bar and you took your toys and you went home.
I took my toys and went home because the game was over and everybody left. As they do all the time.
Isn't it tradition to have a post-game show when the Cowboys and the 49ers play?
It is, but it's also a post-game show to get home on time with all the equipment that I have to carry. You know what I have to lug? I mean, it's gotten
like
easier.
A laptop and like a webcam and like a speaker. Like it's a Mickey Mouse operation. Sorry. That I was channeling my inner Randy there. Randy was the one that kind of put those words in my mouth.
Wow. Randy's on a beach somewhere right now. In fact, now that you mention it, let me get my stuff together now.
It was a private chat with me, her, and Susie. Supposed to be down there next week. You know what? That doesn't matter. We'll just leave that for another. It doesn't involve you. It's
whatever. Let's get some. Hold on.
But seriously, you disappeared. I talked to Hot Gurinder Bhullar, the big brown. He was concerned for you. I know the Christmas tree was concerned about you. We just talked about Susie and Randy, and they were both like, "What's up with this guy? Like, why? Like we know Daryl. Like, he can't run, but
Randy's actually on a beach in Jamaica right now, so I don't think she's thinking about it at all.
She would be in Jamaica. Sorry,
like facts."
She ain't going to Amsterdam, is she?
No, there's no Amsterdam. There's no
going to the island. She's going to stay on the beach.
There's no Randy in Edinburgh. No.
She's
definitely
wants to hang out with Dexter. I don't know why I'm doing that to my girl. Like she's, I don't know.
Yo, 49ers turn on each other. That's what they do, B. That's what they do. Dexter. You have to ask Randy about Dexter when she gets back. How is Dexter, Randy?
How is Dexter? Was he nice?
Shout out to my boy Blade. Blade has nobody to scream at this week, seeing as how we're all out.
Blade, what's up, man? Big man. By the way, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers a little bit.
Yeah, interesting news over there as well.
I mean, there's interesting news across the league because Daryl's been on the run for 2 weeks. But let's go back to Pittsburgh. What? I've been trying to get you on the horn, but let's try and digest some of this stuff here.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you start. Pittsburgh Steelers. Blade, go.
I didn't want to start with the Steelers. I want to start with what we were talking about all week. And I heard something that you said.
Sorry, Mr. Cromwell. I tried. This guy doesn't want any piece of it.
Who wants to waste their time on the Steelers? Let's talk about the real story. I think you were right. I have a feeling Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay, but there's a very interesting story.
Tune. I think I changed my tune in the last.
Wow. Okay, so then we switched because now I'm closer to what you were saying before, and now you're closer to what I was saying. I think it was inevitable for a second that he was going to become a Raider. And if he does, let's just say something right now. It's going to be scary in Vegas, and it's probably, if we're going to talk about the league being fixed and all being about money, I don't think there's a better place for him to be if it's about money than Vegas. But
Yeah,
if he goes to Vegas,
but
he
here's
has a
the
better
thing,
team than he's had in Green Bay for a long time.
There's
It's
too
scary.
too many things with the Vegas scenario, and it's just the fact that, like, let's start with Derek Carr. It's no secret that he's going to be on his way out. He basically,
and he's made it clear he's staying.
He confirmed yesterday with actually one of the great sound bites of the Pro Bowl weekend yesterday.
Oh, that was amazing.
Competition. That was great. If anyone who didn't see it, I'm not going to try and put. I don't want to repeat it. Just go watch it. It was pretty funny. But he basically guaranteed he's no longer going to be in Vegas.
Absolutely.
His contract, Aaron Rodgers' contract, it just makes sense that there could be a trade there because Green Bay has basically said in no uncertain terms that they want to at least explore the possibility of trading him. To me, that means let's move on. Let's give Jordan Love the keys to the kingdom. I think there's just too much money involved in they've got salary cap issues. And I think if they get rid of him, and again, I don't know what Carr's cap hit is going to be. I know it's not light.
Well, I think if he doesn't sign by the 15th, he gives up a certain amount. So he gets to waive something after the 15th.
Yeah, so it just makes sense that there's two quarterbacks who have basically worn out their welcome in their respective cities, and then you throw in the fact that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae,
along with other weapons that he hasn't had.
Never mind the other weapons like Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, John Jacobs.
He's got a running game,
dude. I mean, Raiders clearly still need a bit of work, but again, through a couple free agent moves and of course the draft. It just makes sense, right? And again, when you factor in what you just said, like if it's all about the money, if there's a script, if there's some funny stuff going on, like Aaron Roger to Vegas, it
makes NFL sense. It makes
headline sense.
It makes
the fact that both teams are in opposite conferences. You're obviously going to want to trade your guy out of conference. You're going to want to deal with them as much. I don't know.
Does that mean it's time to start the Jordan Love show? Or do you have to play Carr if you trade him?
No. If you do this move, I mean,
exactly. You don't know.
At least you created a competition. Carr, Love, but even if we're wrong about the Derek Carr thing, if Aaron Rodgers leaves, I don't think they replace him with anyone substantial that's going to require a big contract. I think they really want to give, at the very least, they're going to give Love a shot to win the starting job in camp.
Right.
So. And he's got weapons. I mean, you got one of the best backfields in football. You got these young wide receivers. Christian Watson balled out to the end of last year. Romeo. I don't know. That team could still contend, in my opinion, if Jordan Love can take that next step. So there's that going on. There's the Tom Brady situation. So he's out. Who does Tampa Bay replace him with? Do they use Kyle Trask? I still think Jimmy G is a good fit there. I think Jimmy G is like a legit veteran who could see.
I know the name from somewhere, but I just can't.
Oh, he's the guy that knocked you out of the playoffs last year. That's why you know the name from somewhere, because he took Dallas and he just sort of. That's why.
That's old time shit, Slim.
Wow, he does this fucking. But he's not the guy that knocked you out this year. That was Brock Purdy.
Who's that again? Okay, speaking of quarterback competitions, let's start with the quarterback competition in Frisco next year. Who's your quarterback? Say it right now.
No competition. It's Trey Lance.
Who's your quarterback right now?
By the way, next week the Trey Lance Power Hour is back on the air. We've turfed the Brock Purdy show. We've gotten rid of the Jimmy G experience. It is the Trey Lance Power Hour. Hosted
so you're making your call right now, and you're saying Trey Lance
100%.
100%?
100%. You got to sign Bosa to a big contract.
Even with his broken pussy.
Defensive player of the year. Have respect. Have a little respect for the best defensive player in the league. Okay?
Whatever.
Where am I wrong in that statement? He's going to win it.
Number one, you're wrong because he's white. Number two, you're wrong because he's what? Number two, what? We can be honest. Number two, you're wrong because he's fragile. Number three,
how's he fragile? Plays every game.
His pussy's broke.
You're talking about his genitalia with,
and this is like the second time it broke.
Increased frequency.
This is the second time it broke. Maybe if he stopped hanging in the street and put it out there, it wouldn't break so much. That's just me. That's just a thought, Bosa.
No, that is just you. Exactly. That is just you.
I'm trying to help a brother. You know what I mean? A white brother. I'm trying to help him. You speak his language. You talk to him.
Just, I can feel it. The jealousy is just coming out of the pores. I can smell it. I can see it.
A lot of interesting things going on with Denver. Obviously, Denver signed Sean Payton. We're going to see how that translates to Russell Wilson. I think he's going to have a resurgence next year.
Man.
No, you think he's done?
He was so bad this year. What makes you think, based on this year's performance, that he's magically
better coaching? Better coaching, better scheme, better coaching, better scheme, better chances to win. I don't know.
I mean, I'll admit, if you have Javonte Williams for the whole season, that's going to help. Their running backs last year were a disaster once he got hurt. But they still have weapons to pass the ball to, and he just couldn't get out of his own way. He was just terrible. So, and
but is that a new moving on system? From Russell.
They're not moving on from Russell. They just the dead cap hit.
No, he has to stay there.
They'll be screwed if they try and let him go because they signed him to that astronomical
and gave away all the draft picks. Look for Seattle to make a leap next year.
Oh yeah, that Seattle trade was
for Seattle. It's monumental. That was an amazing.
What was the better trade this year? To me, there was 2 Hall of Fame level trades in the league this year.
I'm going to say that Seattle trade was a really, really good trade. I'm going to say it didn't pay off this year, but that Devontae Adams trade is going to pay off with the Raiders.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Christian McCaffrey for a second, because that is how you take a guru and you turn it into a sidekick.
And what are the things they call me? Another fragile white boy.
How's he fragile? Played every game. Scored touchdowns.
For the first time in 20 years?
No.
Come on.
For the first time since he won me a bottle of scotch from somebody.
Oh, my God. Get over it. Get over it. The old ban is over. The ban is done. There's no more ban on McCaffrey.
We're drinking chocolate milk right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sidekick is doing Dry February. Dry February and March, or just Dry February?
Dry January, February, March, April, and yeah.
There's no way you're making that far. Let's just take it 1 month at a time.
And that's what we're doing. So we made it through January. We're in April.
All right. I'm going to join you in March, I believe. I'm going to try for March.
You should start yesterday.
I've cut off my drinking by about 90%. I do not drink anymore.
Personally, I think that's the reason why I didn't see you for 2 weeks, because after the Cowboys got knocked out by my 49ers, I think you were in a drunken stupor for at least 3-4 days. That's why you
don't know the pressure, man. I mean, you try your best and you work your hardest. You do everything you can to be a winner, and sometimes you just fall short. And sometimes you need a friend to help you when you fall short, and you pick up a bottle and you think that's your friend. But I'm telling you something, guys. It's never your friend. It's never your friend. Drinking is not the answer. That's why he's gone straight. That's why I've knocked it off. So remember, believe in yourself, reach for the stars. You don't have to pick up the bottle when you're hurt inside.
I gotta go.
That was a public service announcement from Brother.
No, I'm done. I can't participate in this nonsense anymore. When I do the show with Ryan, I don't have to deal with this malarkey. When I hang out with Susie,
good word. Good word. Give us your thoughts on Pittsburgh, sir.
I don't even know what to. Your public service announcement.
That was beautiful. It was heartfelt. It was for the kids. Pittsburgh.
The worst part is, I know that you got the access to all your little buttons, and it's not the end of it. Like the second that I start making too much sense, you just jump in with that little thing.
Another one of my white friends is at a white concert. Shout out to Christina Flavel. I love you, boo. Hopefully I can join you tonight. After the concert, we'll check it out. We'll see. Purple and white all day, baby. Your thoughts on Pittsburgh, sir? You want the robot? You want me to bring out the robot? Where you at?
That's what I mean. I know what's coming next. Like
I'm not. Okay, it's over. There's no little kid stuff. Let's go.
We're grown men in it.
Let's go.
You see?
What? We're grown men in it. Pittsburgh, go ahead, shoot.
No, yeah, go ahead.
I heard Roethlisberger's coming back next year. Blade, what do you think about Roethlisberger coming back to the Steelers? Don't you think you need a quarterback? And is Pickens the answer? Kind of slim Pickens out there in Pittsburgh.
100% the answer. Pickett's legit.
I think so too. Once you get him some bodies, I think that kid's going to play well.
Like, I actually think he's going to take the next step. It remains to be seen whether he's going to be a superstar in the league. But
I think a budding superstar is that kid over there in Jacksonville. Did you see what Trevor Lawrence did after they lost? He stood by the tunnel and shook everybody's hand before they walked in the dressing room. That's leadership. The qualities you want in the quarterback. I think he's going to make. I said at the beginning of the year he's going to be the quarterback to make the biggest leap.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that Dak Prescott could learn from. You know,
why you got to bring me up?
A little bit of humble pie in the face of adversity. But you said it. Trevor Lawrence, he's white. What?
Wow.
You want to play baby games with your little sound machine? I can play baby games too.
There's no baby games, B. This is real talk. Real. I'm not even listen. Don't look at me like my
you are where you are because of Dak Prescott. Like I just
wow.
I think
wow. That's how we're doing this. That's how we're doing this.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Not Mike McCarthy. Do you think that you can move forward with Dak Prescott as your starting quarterback and be successful, and with McCarthy calling the plays next year?
Well, actually, they're interviewing offensive coordinators. I don't know if that's going to last. But here's the problem that I think everybody has with that.
It's already been confirmed. Mike McCarthy is going to call the plays.
Well, then I have no choice but to believe in it. But here's the thing that it's bothering me about Dallas. Does everybody at the beginning of the year keep on forgetting that we really got rid of our number one receiver? CeeDee Lamb stepped up as a number one, granted. But he didn't have any help. Michael Gallup wasn't fully healthy. Tolbert wasn't what we planned out to be. Noah Brown could only did so much. T.Y. Hilton got there just a bit too late for me. He didn't have help all year, but he played extremely well for somebody with the tools that they gave him. Now, in the offseason and during the draft, if we get receivers, yeah, I believe in Dak. I'm not even bullshitting right now. I do believe in Dak.
Do you draft a quarterback? Do you draft, and we're talking about a truly deep quarterback draft coming up, do you draft one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shots fired from Caramel Land.
No, you got to get it while it's hot, right? You got to get it while it's hot because we're going to be hot again next year. We're going to have a late draft pick. It may not be as rich as it is this year. I'll tell you what's really weak this year. Running back and wide receiver. Wide receiver is not good this year. That's a position that's not good, and we need one. There's maybe one or two bosses in there. We'll get to that when we do our pre-draft shows.
But again, to get one of the legit immediate impact players at the wide receiver position, you're going to have to draft them in the first round.
I'm not even sure there's a technical first round receiver this year.
Oh no, there are. I mean,
there's one or two.
We'll get into that in our draft show. But again, I agree. I think that, and again, you talk about a rookie, which is going to take time. Dallas kind of feels like they're in win now mode. Who's going to be in free agency? Is free agency the move? Do you go and sign someone to play opposite CeeDee Lamb? Because all the wide receivers that you just rattled off.
I would love D-Hop in Dallas. I'm not going to lie. I would love D-Hop in Dallas. And it looks like D-Hop wants to go. So I'd like it.
Wouldn't you want to go? Kyler's not going to be there for the first at least 3 or 4 games, maybe longer.
That's it.
But will Arizona move on from him? Like, he's under contract. He's their best offensive player. You know, if you're the new GM and you're the new coach and you're the new everything in Arizona, is your first move really going to ship your best offensive player? I don't think so. So I
have a what-if question for you. Are the 49ers the team they are next year without your defensive coordinator? It looks like your DC's gone.
Remember Robert Saleh? Exactly.
No, I can't say I do.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter. The revolving door of greatness, my friend. The revolving door of greatness.
So you think your DC is replaceable?
Dude, Robert Saleh was like the man, and everyone, you on this show said this exact same stupid stuff, and look what D'Amico did. And by the way, respect to D'Amico Ryans. Best of luck. I know he's going to do great things in Houston. The guy's a fucking baller. I love the man.
Are you sad to see him go?
Of course, man. But I was sad to see Robert Saleh go. But one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving. Championship teams don't sleep. The empire will not die.
Oh my gosh! I wish you had the button now, because that was like a little kid voicey. Like, say it with your chest, B. Say it with your chest. What are we gonna do if? Okay, we haven't talked about this. What are you gonna do if Aaron Rodgers ends up with the Jets? Don't forget, Breece Hall.
That's another possibility. That's another possibility.
And Breece Hall is back with that receiver core. That's a scary, scary team. They're young,
but
they're hungry, and they got Aaron Rodgers.
But they're still kind of finding their way. The Jets will be excellent. I just don't think next year is the one. But Aaron Rodgers is the kind of the guy. Maybe he's the catalyst to take them to the next level. Here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers, right? He's great. He's Hall of Fame. He's generational, whatever you want to call him. The fact that he's only won one Super Bowl in 18 years, is that cause to kind of be like, is this man maybe?
Shout out to my baby sis in Vancouver. I miss you. I love you, boo. I'll talk to you this week. Go ahead.
Is he not pumped up a little bit too much? Like, if he's as great as he's supposed to be, shouldn't he have more than one ring?
Okay, we talk about that a lot.
Roethlisberger's got 2 rings. Jimmy Garoppolo has 2 rings.
There's something that I hate about that comment. It takes a team to win Super Bowls, not a quarterback. I don't know why quarterbacks get all the heat when the team doesn't win.
Greatness is greatness, man.
Really? That's how you're going to do this?
Okay, let's look at our 2 teams. Joe Montana, Troy Aikman. Like,
who doesn't get any credit for being an all-timer with 3 rings? I don't get it. Never defeated in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't get it. Wake up, people.
Hello, McFly. Hello, McFly.
Okay, why do you see? You see, you give the man an inch.
Wow, I'm glad you said man, because I know what you wanted to say. Listen, shout out to my girl Maggie. What's up, Maggie? Listen, my thing is, you can't always blame the quarterback for not winning championships. Defense has a big part to play as well.
Of course, it's a team game. But I'm just
Baltimore
saying,
Ravens have 2 championship rings, and none of it was because of their quarterback.
If Rodgers was the guy, shouldn't he? I mean, like, he could very well retire with that 1 ring. And it's like, to me, if you want to be in that category, like, to be discussed with the greats,
with the 1 ring, is he a Hall of Famer?
What's that?
Is he a Hall of Famer with just 1 ring?
He will. I mean, you're not going to not put that guy in the Hall of Fame. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to be discussed in that same breath with the all-time greats, like, you got to be able to get back to the dance and win it. Like, I don't know. I mean, granted, he played in the era that Tom Brady just sort of like did what he did, but still, I don't know. There's something about Rodgers.
You don't believe in him?
I just feel like because of that lack of hardware, maybe he's just getting too much love. Like, I don't know. Like,
wow.
I don't know.
There's a lot of that sentiment going around. Because the same sentiment with Sean Payton. You only won 1 ring, but I think he's an amazing coach. I think he's an amazing offensive.
You wanted Sean Payton, didn't you? You wanted Sean Payton.
I did. I can't lie. I did.
I mean, we talked about it, and
I did, and I think he would have been a perfect fit. A hometown boy coming home. He wanted to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I just think it's obvious now, and we cannot not say it anymore. The team is controlled by Jerry. As long as Jerry's in the helm, we're never going to have a true head coach.
Well,
we're just going to have Jerry calling, and we have to deal with it.
But with Jerry and that management team, I just think the bottom line is they didn't want to give up that 1st-round pick. Because
I think so too.
Let's not forget, Denver had to give up another first, the one they acquired in the Chubb deal, to get him out of his existing contract with New Orleans. So,
but great move for them. Great move for them. I don't think that's a bad move. I don't know. Do you not like him as head coach?
Who, Sean Payton?
Yeah.
No, I like Sean Payton. He's good. Like, he's a winner, and everywhere. I mean, everything that's come out of New Orleans has always been positive. All the players have nothing but positive things to say about him. So, I mean, like, the writing's on the wall. The guy knows what he's doing when it comes to football. That's why you wanted him. Like your energy would have been so much better on this show today. Is Sean Payton?
But I'm still gonna have good energy. There's a lot of months coming up.
Well, it's pretty negative because the fact that
no, I'm very excited about this year. Wait a minute, I got a lot. Wait a minute, I don't think any team in the league has more moving parts than me. I've got 17 people to sign. I've got 4 major ones to sign or not sign. I've got money coming in or coming out. I got
you have zero chance of winning a Super Bowl next year. So that's the number that matters most.
I have what?
That's the number that matters most.
Watch the way you talk to me, B. Watch the way you talk to me. Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice, B. Yeah, you don't want Thug D coming out.
Let's put the robot one on. Do the robot one at least. Like, just for the kids.
Is this the robot? No.
No, it's not the robot.
This is your conscious talking sidekick. San Francisco 49ers are done. We lost our DC. Our best player broke his pussy. Our quarterback, we don't even have one.
Oh, Greenhorn.
Really? Okay, that's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? You just carry that around just so you can feel good about yourself from time to time. I see it.
Hey! What's up, champ? Whoa! Want to come say hi? Come here.
Just like you keep that black sun around you.
Say hi.
Hi.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Buddy. Nice to see you again, son. Buddy.
You know, if you really were his father, his father, you'd pay the child support. Pay
you want some chicken, buddy?
Pay the 10-20. Pay the 10-20.
Did he get another haircut?
Yeah, he just got a trim.
Yeah, he's looking very Asian-y again.
Exactly.
He was looking like a Beatle before. Now he looks like he's ready for Order 69.
Really? Why don't you go lick another handle?
Otis, I'm just joking with you, buddy. I love you. We're part of the same
I'm done. I don't like this sound effect. I don't like this voice machine. I don't like your face. I don't like your cowboy helmet. Like,
what's wrong with the helmet, B? Just because you don't have a 49er helmet, don't be jealous.
If it was on your head, I could deal with it.
There's a flea market right there on Terminal in Maine. All that cheap crap. You'll find one there for like 20 cents. Go find one. That may even be worth something.
Flea market at Terminal in Maine. That's a fun afternoon wandering through there. I'll admit.
It kind of is, but like not like I noticed our flea market in Montreal is more hipper than that. That is really old time stuff. Like old time stuff.
Like, you have to have a shower when you get home.
Like, facts.
Clean yourself off.
There's dust on the way in.
Like, leave your shoes outside for a day.
And don't eat anything from any of those restaurants in there. Don't even look at a hot dog.
Okay, why would you even consider eating a hot dog at that flea market?
Well, you go to Costco, you have to have a hot dog. Come on, let's get crazy.
We're talking Costco. Of course, you have a hot dog at Costco.
You got to have a dog at Costco.
But the flea market, any of you who's in Vancouver, you know most people have been to that flea market at least once. Everyone's driven past it and been like, "What the hell is that?"
I finally went in. And like you said, you cannot believe how big it is in there.
Poncho, right? I'm pretty sure that's where you bought it. It looks like
that's not where I bought it.
It looks like it was purchased at that flea market. Anyways, it's 7:42 Pacific Standard Time. I gotta go get dinner ready for the young.
You're feeding your son this late at night? That's called child abuse. First of all, he should be in bed already. That's why he's always whiny and naggy. And first of all, it's you.
Hey,
second of all, he's up too late.
I'm tapping into his black roots. We're keeping him up all hours. We're gonna put him outside for a little bit. Let him mix it up with the neighbors.
We're gonna teach him how to open and lock with just a toothpick.
Yeah, and he's drinking Kool-Aid. So we're gonna wrap it up. This was a fantastic show, and we'll see you next. Maybe we'll see you before the Super Bowl. Hopefully, Daryl shows up. I don't know.
Well, we'll see him on the weekend. We'll get to the Super Bowl show before the Super Bowl. Any early odds-on favorite for you in the Super Bowl this year? Who do you like as of right now?
I think it all depends on Mahomes' ankle.
100%. And what receivers he can get healthy before the game.
I'm not being homer here, but the Eagles basically won a glorified scrimmage last week. As soon as Purdy goes out and we're on our fourth stringer, like the writing was on the wall. I don't think we saw what the Eagles are really all about because they weren't tested. Having said that, the Chiefs defense, I don't know if they can contain Hurts, man. Hurts is legit. Like he's a but Pat Mahomes is on another level.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes wins this Super Bowl this year and gets maybe 3 by the time he's 30. Are we looking at a GOAT or a possible GOAT?
He's going down that road. He just needs to have the longevity because that's why Tom Brady is the. I mean, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. He's been to 10. Like those numbers may never be matched, but the fact of the matter is he played for 20 some odd years. He's 45 years old.
Right.
I don't think Pat Mahomes plays till he's 45. So,
and if he does, he's a monster.
I just like to point out though that Tom Brady did lose 3 Super Bowls. Joe Montana undefeated. All right, have a good night.
Wait,
we'll see you later.
Undefeated. Up yours. This is it. We will see you this weekend. Coming up to Super Bowl. As always, we love you. If you're in the Montreal, Toronto area, stay indoors. Do not go outside. It is way beyond too cold out there. To all my family out west, stay bundled up, watch the rain, and we'll catch you this weekend. As always, Brothers Talk Ball. We love you. Have a good one.